All right. My name is Bob Droke. I'm with Triangle Home Repair and Paint, and we're in Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
Beautiful, beautiful. North Carolina. I've been out there towards Riley. Is that how you pronounce it? Riley?
Raleigh, Raleigh is the biggest city. So you have it's Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel Hill. So Raleigh is the big city, it's the capital,
Yeah.
and then you have Durham and you have Chapel Hill.
Yeah, super nice area where my aunt used to live there. But nice, okay. So how was your situation before you started working with this? As far as like, just with the marketing and with getting new jobs. What was your situation like before you started with this?
So we did, and we still do. We do a lot of types of advertising. Um, Originally, we started out with Home Advisor and Angie's. We do a lot of paper advertising. I always buy postcards, things like that, magazines. So there's traditionally, of course, we did LSAs and then all the Google types of advertising. So I do sports advertising now where I sponsor just the UNC, baseball, football, things like that. So I get my name out there. I'm on trade shows. So there's really whatever I can get myself to get exposure, I'm out there.
That's awesome. That's interesting. Um, how did you find out about our company?
You guys heavily advertise on Facebook, and that just piqued my interest, and one thing led to another.
Sure. And whenever you were going through the process of kind of figuring out, hey, does this make sense? What are these guys about? Like, what was going through your mind at the time of basically going through the process there?
So for me, what matters, I know what a lead should cost, and I also know what kind of lead I want. I don't, I prefer to have leads where I'm, the only, person in the market that they contact. So the type of marketing that you do, I'm sometimes in that spot, which is good. Whereas if if you're gonna advertise with Angie's List or something like that, you're gonna bid against other contractors. I know I understand the advertising market. I think just probably better than anybody else because I've done so much of it. I understand the lead funnels. That don't mean that I'm the best in tracking results or things like that. I wouldn't I wouldn't claim that title, but I understand what it is and what you have to do in order to generate business in general.
Sure, you've got experience and it sounds like you've dealt with a lot of different vendors. What were your doubts and fears about starting with us? What did you did you have any worries when you started or any fears about around getting the process going?
No, for me, I'm very much like, let's try it and see if it sticks. Let's see if it works. Let's see what the result is. So I didn't have a lot of reservation other than I do things, throw some money at it and see what sticks. So there were not like doubts or fears. It just, of course, you have a little bit of, perception of can can they do what they say they're going to be doing? But I think the proof is when these leads come in, then they say like, okay, well, this seems to be working. You guys have a very good um, mechanism to get people interested and give their information and bring the leads into the company.
Yeah. Have we been doing what we said we were going to do on the initial call?
Yeah, you guys definitely have.
Beautiful. Where are you guys at now as far as like where are you guys at with the partnership? Where are you at with the consultations? What's your overview there?
So I'm very much in the stages where I hired a new person that starts on Monday. He's gonna full time run the home remodels. I have a couple sales people that are already there and are gonna support that if as needed. I have a job foreman that can run multiple job sites at the same time and oversee that. So I have the whole organization in place to make it a success. It takes a little time to put things in the funnel. I mean, we do have bathrooms and remodels constantly going. I mean, I probably always have three of them in several stages of being worked on, and so it's not like that it's empty, but instead of three people, sites that I would be working on, I'd rather have there to be 10 or 20, so that that money stream is just going to be very substantial.
Sure. That makes sense. And so with once again you got in, you partnered with us. I guess overall, how has the experience been? What's your overall experience been since we kicked this thing off?
Well, you guys keep me, on a very consistent base, with leads. Started out with nothing, and then I came in, and now I'm like, hey, can you send me more? Because, we're always hungry.
Nice,
So,
absolutely.
and that's I'm like, okay, send me more. I'll pay you more because I know I invest the money and the results will come. So there's confidence in the process. Now, I have confidence that the money that I invest with you guys is going to come back as a return to me.
Absolutely. 100%. And that's something that I think a lot of people can learn from, is that obviously, if you're in business, you know that you have to spend the money in order to get a return. And the best way to do it is to invest in somebody that has a proven system, and then also somebody who has a track record of getting the result that you want, right? Ultimately. Um, nice. And so how has the partnership positively impacted your business?
I think the steady stream of leads coming in helps me hire, help makes that I have to hire more people. And so with more people, there's more money in the organization for admin, in-house designers, whatever it comes with the organization to support that. And the more money it brings in, there's more resources to support that whole support system.
Definitely. That makes sense. Obviously, the more money you come in that you bring in, the more you can grow the business, the more you can hire, the more you can scale, um, and continue to grow, right? If there was somebody that was watching this that owned their own remodeling company and they're thinking about working with us, um, what would you tell somebody that may be unsure if they should start the partnership?
So I think they need to look at the big picture. They need to ask themselves, if I'm going to spend $100,000 on advertising and I'm going to get $1 million in revenue out of that, is that something that I want to do? Yes or no? That's the whole question that you need to ask yourself. So it's just, you need to know what the investment is, what your cost per lead is, what your revenue is. You must be willing to spend it. And yeah, I think with having a lot of leads coming in, the luxury comes in that you're not gonna be begging the customer, please sign up with me, because if you don't take me, I got 5 other people in line that would like to talk to me. And so therefore you're gonna have a much stronger negotiating position when it comes to price.
Definitely. Definitely. I love that. That is that's a great way to put it. Um, how has outside of the appointments, how has it been working with the team here? And what has your experience been as far as outside? Let's put the results aside. How has the culture been? How has your experience been with working with us as a whole?
So you guys are just what I like about it. It seems to me that you guys care. If you know that you have something at stake, I think it's not only for the money, it's about the success and how you feel overall as a person doing an honest day's worth of work. Yeah. So it's not like you guys are not out there just to grab a quick buck and then disappear, but you're investing time in a long-term relationship. That's how I feel what you guys are doing. You know, which I value. Because I am not interested in just short-term relationship where I just build up something or and I feel like I don't have a partner or the partner is only out to get as much revenue out of me as they can, just hold me over a barrel and not give me value for my money. So
That
I feel
makes sense.
like I feel like that you guys are a genuine partner for me.
Awesome. That's good. We feel the same about you. We also cherish the relationship, the partnership, the business, and we're excited to continue to scale this thing. Right. That's we've now found a sweet spot. As you know, sometimes when you're starting new partnerships, it can take the first 30 days to kind of get some feedback, and for each team, each side to understand the other and to know like qualifications, the area, the market, um, and the best way to basically get everything that you're wanting as far as qualified consultations. And so now with you, we have it dialed in. We're rolling. And you're continuously, tapping us on the shoulder saying, "Hey, listen, I want to scale. I want more. I want more. I want more." So we're we're obviously keeping the team busy and preparing more to come your way.